Hello guys and welcome back to our video. And Chelsea had their first away win in 2025, 2-1 victory over Fulham. That was quite a long time, noting that Chelsea have played in many away games this season. But in our video today, we're not going to focus on that. Our main focus is going to be previewing Chelsea versus Everton, the afternoon early kickoff fixture that will be played at Stamford Bridge. Now, there's one thing about this fixture that fascinates me is that Chelsea always struggle away at Everton, but when they play Everton at home, they always have very good results, and the win probability suggests that. Now, the game against Everton played a pivotal moment in Chelsea's season. This is the game that changed Chelsea's season from a high-flying season to a disappointing season. And this is after this nil-nil draw. But Everton have changed. They actually hired David Moyes, and you can see that David Moyes has improved the team. Everton collected a lot of points in the onset, especially in the initial phases of David Moyes' time at Everton. And it has seen Everton being a different team, a different monster to the Everton that was under Sean Dyche. You can see that Everton have collected 17 points and they are not even in the relegation discussion under David Moyes. So that is an indication that this is going to be a very tough game from a very tough team. And in our video today, we do a lineup preview, tactical preview of this. Before we even continue our analysis, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And let's begin with the lineups. Now, Robert Sanchez is more likely to retain his position in goal. Recently, he has been good, though we have seen the pressure that he plays with, especially at Stamford Bridge when the fans don't want him to play from the back. Fullbacks, you're going to go with the fullback pairing of Reece James and Marco Kurela. Just play your best players in their best position. Reece James is available, play him at right back. Cucurella is available, play him at left back. When you want to win games, especially in this running, because the title race is over, Liverpool have won the league, but the top three race is on. Centre backs, we have Tosin Rabiot, Levi Colwill in those positions. Remember, the Champions League positions now are 3 to grab: number 3, number 4, and number 5. So I still prefer to have Tosin in this game because we know Everton are a more physical team and they are going to be very dangerous through set pieces. I prefer Tosin in this position and also playing Reece James in this game with Tosin. Midfield definitely is going to be Caicedo and Fernandes. They have been our dynamic midfield, and I was corrected that Caicedo will actually play this game because the yellow card rule actually ended. He got the yellow card when the yellow card rule ended. So that's also something that really amazed me in this fixture. I'm going to go with the front three: Noni Madueke down the right, Palmer down the middle, and Neto down the left. I will not be objected to Sancho starting down the left, but Neto was very disappointing in the initial game. And though his last minute winner actually redeemed him, but he was very disappointing throughout that game. Leading the line will be Nicholas Jackson. Again, he's yet to score after coming back from injury. We have now just around 6 games to go. Jackson needs to score a goal. He needs even one goal because now this is one of the positions that is actually costing Chelsea points, and I think he might lose his position in the summer. Now let's look at the lineups and the tactics. Now we know very well that Chelsea like to build from the back, but Everton, David Moyes, Chelsea will be at home. The last thing that you expect Everton to do is to go full throttle against Chelsea. So they'll only be deeper and arrange themselves in a 4-4-2. And it's a system that we have seen a lot of teams employ. They might even decide to go into a 4-2-4, a system that Chelsea have struggled in. And it might be a mid-block 4-4-2 or a deep 4-4, but the main thing here is to maintain compactness, especially in those build-up phases. Now, when they look to maintain this system, Chelsea might, we know Chelsea and Maresca will just adopt the 3-5 system, Palmer moving down the right, Enzo coming in down the left half space, Neto hugging the left wing, and Palmer and Noni Madueke the right wing, while in my opinion, this is where my huge tactic is coming into this lineup, because Tosin Adarabio is playing and he's a central centre back. Rhys James in this position, I don't want Rhys James to invert into midfield. No, 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 no. I want Rhys James to tuck in into that back three, and I want Cucurella to invert in that midfield. Remember, towards the end of the Maurizio Pochettino season, Chelsea got an advantage when they moved Cucurella to play alongside Caicedo. He's very solid defensively and can also make those forward runs that he likes to make when he wants to attack. Now, in the Liverpool game against Everton, we saw the way Everton established themselves in a rigid 4-4-2 block. You can see here, Liverpool are also looking to build up, but Liverpool have decided to build up with a diamond. So they're actually positioning 3 players in between the lines. So the 3-1-6 might also be something that Chelsea can deploy. But the 3-5 is a system that Liverpool used against Everton, but Everton proved to be so rigid, and that's why Liverpool didn't even beat Everton a lot. So it's their team which are very compact. We've also seen Chelsea struggle against teams that are very compact in the Brentford game when they employed this 3-5. So the main thing that Chelsea need to understand is that the forward players need to move with the ball fast. In the first leg, this is a clip of the first leg. You can see Chelsea in that 3-2 structure. And the way Chelsea are moving the ball is very slow. The attacking intent in the forward areas is also not quite fast. It's very slow. And these are some of the things that Chelsea really, really need to work on, especially when they're looking to try and create problems for Everton. Another thing that you need to understand is that when Chelsea receive the ball in this formation is that the two players in between the lines will be very important. And when I'm saying this, I'm talking about Palma and Fernandez, as they will be the creative hub of the team. Noni Madueke has been very instrumental because once he received the ball, he's more direct. He looks to make those runs. He looks to try and take on the fullback. That is something that I really, really like about Noni, because he really opens up the game and puts himself in that position. And you can see from this clip, look at the position that Noni Madueke is picking up. He's being able to be very unpredictable. And we even saw this when he came on later on for Brentford, in that he puts Chelsea in that position inside the box. And that is what you want. You want your wingers to be making runs from outside. You want your wingers to be making runs from inside. And the main aim is to have that ball in the 18-yard box. You see, when you have the ball in the 18-yard box, your probability and your chances to score also increase. And Chelsea need to move the ball with the intention of getting it in those positions. And Noni Madueke is one of those players. Neto on the other side will just look to hug the byline and look to cross from those positions. Alternatively, Noni Madueke might also look to drag the ball and look to position Palma in those positions and have Palma attempt shots on goal. Palma performed exemplarily well against Everton in the last 2 seasons at home. The question is, can Palma actually replicate this season? Because Palma is also another player who's struggling to score goals. Neto in this position might also be in a position where he can look to dribble and find himself in that position high up the pitch where he can look to cross the ball, especially for Chelsea to look to be threatening. Now, this game is very important for Chelsea. Manchester City have won, and they are more when you look at the fixtures, you probably expect Manchester City will finish third. So the race is for 4th and 5th. There you have Newcastle, you have Nottingham Forest, you have Chelsea, and you have Aston Villa. 4 teams. Chelsea are the ones who have the most difficult fixtures out of the rest. But again, Chelsea play Newcastle, Chelsea play Nottingham Forest. So Chelsea also have an opportunity for taking points from both of these two teams. However, my expectations for Chelsea getting top, playing in the Champions League are still very low, because we drew against Ipswich, we drew against Brentford. If we won both of those games, we would have probably been very comfortable in 3rd place, because we would have had around 61 points with a game less played. So we will even be ahead of Manchester City, who have played more. Then you beat Everton, then you have 64 points. Then you probably hope that you're able to beat either Liverpool, Manchester United, Newcastle, or Nottingham Forest. One more win and then you secure top 4. We would have done that. But what did we do? We made it hard for ourselves. But hopefully we get to win. My prediction, Chelsea are going to win this game 3-0. Leave your comments in the comment section area below. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.